So let's talk about the fact that as Trami continues to move off here towards the west, we have another area in West 98W now being dubbed a tropical depression, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency, just towards the east of Guam, around the Chuuk area. And this potentially could be another impactor for the Philippines, first impacting Guam and Saipan. Philippines, maybe Okinawa, Taiwan. It's a long time to watch it, but right now, yeah, this is out here, and it is being monitored by JMA, the Guam National Weather Service. Everybody saying it's probably going to develop into a tropical storm and head off here towards the west, and maybe even become a typhoon in the Philippine Sea. That first, though, we have to have this pass over Guam and Saipan. So let's talk about that for our friends out here who are going to be impacted by this storm system. Now, if you're curious where it is, here's Guam, here's the Philippines. There is, oops, let's go back to this graphic. Here is the Philippines and our tropical storm Christine, and then we have this area just right in there. That is what is currently being called Invest 98W, a tropical depression. Now, this likely is going to head towards the west. Why? Because we have the subtropical ridge just towards the north of the Mariana Islands, which has been supporting this kind of westward trend. The reason why Christine Trami has been continuing to head off there towards the west. Now, the hope is that that ridge does break down. We get a little bit of a trough sticking in here that could allow it to turn towards the north. But if it gets close enough to what is left of Trami, that actually could pull it towards the west. So there's a lot of variables and a lot of questions. What we do know is that this is probably going to pass right over Guam. We have moisture coming in on the right side of it, the dirty side, which is going to be impacting Saipan here through the day on Friday, heading into Saturday with potentially tropical storm strength wind gust on the east coast. Definitely heavy rainfall, and then a bit of a tail on the back side of that as it pulls away through Monday and Tuesday, even for Guam. And you can see that even here on this graphic. Some of the messy weather, really the worst of it here on Friday, heading into Saturday morning for Saipan, the northern Mariana Islands, places like Tinian, and then eventually we're going to get kind of a little dry slot and then more moisture pulling in behind it by early next week. Watch this as it pulls towards the west, though. ECMWF continues to want to pull this kind of off here as a weakening in the trough, or weakening in that ridge kind of breaks down, allows it to turn into that direction. But if that surge is strong enough, like we've seen with the last storm, it could be more of a west runner. Yeah, unfortunately, it could be more of a west runner of a storm system. Going back to our friends here in Guam, though, Saturday, yeah, you got obviously a chance of shower, especially into the morning hours as this pushes overhead. But I think the heaviest of the rain is going to be here for our friends into Saipan and the northern Mariana Islands. So yeah, some spots could see as much as 50 to 100 millimeters of total precipitation. All right, let's go to some guidance. I want to talk about this for the long range forecast for our friends here in the Philippines. And we go back to the track from JMA. 5-day outlook does have a pretty significant cone of air. See that right there, extending north to south. But I don't like this. This is the GFS for next Wednesday morning. Just off the East Coast. And now what's happening here is that what we have left of Christine Trami kind of just lingers here, and you get that troughing, and that actually allows this to kind of run towards the troughing in the West Philippine Sea. All the while you have that northerly flow coming down, kind of pushing it along. With the ECMWF, that still is out here. We still kind of have what is left of Christine lingering out here just east of Vietnam. But that trough in the Westpac high kind of pulls back further towards the east, allowing our storm system, instead of kind of making a straight runner path, to kind of turn towards the north, towards Okinawa and recurving, which would be best case scenario. Especially if we're still recovering out here in northern Luzon. It really depends on how far north the storm system originally forms and just about what's going on out here with our cold surge. I hope it does turn towards the north. I think that Westpac high, the ridge, should degrade enough to allow it to kind of make that northerly progression. But there's a lot of questions, and I'm not overly excited about this because this would be a 1-2 punch for our friends in the Philippines, and not a fan. I think it should go towards the north, but there is a chance. I would say 70% chance north, 30% chance that it decides, nah, I'm going west, and I'm gonna be a west runner, and we're gonna head out towards the Philippines here. So don't like it, but I'm gonna keep you guys posted, of course, because really serious situation here. For first, though, we gotta watch out for our friends here in Guam and Saipan and the Mariana Island chain in general about this new developing tropical system. I'm meteorologist Robert Speta.